Students can study at their own ease, at their desired locations, where the curriculum is updated with the technological changes and focus on the true things which matter in life. The university which focuses on developing mindset. The university which develops skills. We are talking about the contemporary education mechanism, the virtual university. International Internship University believes in inspiring, inventing, igniting young minds, cultivating excellence in every student by enabling accessible education at their own ease through virtual internships. Virtual internships act as a gateway to a world of knowledge application that was with fresh graduates, ability to meet, speak, work, and collaborate with industry professionals from a diverse range of fields, such as engineering, business management, humanitarian fields, and much more, delivers insights that the students can foster for a lifetime. It bridges the ever so glaring gap between the demands of the corporate world and the pride of academia. We invite applications for PhD, Doctorate in Literature, Doctorate in Science, LLD honors degree from experienced personnel in various disciplines who have rich experience in their respective fields. The program is offered only to a select group of accomplished individuals. As a professional, a degree or additional degree will allow you to make a greater impact. The expedient way of showing the world your knowledge, abilities, experience, and talents is with your degree and use of your titles. What is education? Books? Classes? Teachers? Schools? No. Education is not that. It's beyond this. Education is a term that we have grown up listening to since we were kids. Right from the beginning of childhood till this very moment, we have been surrounded by education and its need and importance. A luxury for the rich, a necessity for the bread earner, a dream for the underprivileged, an aspiration for the suppressed, a distant reality for the inaccessible. The primary objective of education is to impart knowledge. Education also has its fair share in building the thinking capacity of people's minds. Hence, education supplies people with knowledge and facts and also encourages them to integrate that acquired knowledge into practical and professional lives by a necessary training. Education, thus, also plays a primary role in supporting the economic, social, and cultural sector It's a way to change the future today. The current education system can make people easy to lead, but difficult to drive, is either all academic, all physical, all virtual, or all costly. Also, it makes easy to govern, but impossible to enslave. We cannot win over the future by sabotaging our present with extreme disparity. Iiu takes great pride in saying that we're bridging the gaps in education system. We're not just academicians, but also practically oriented. We're not just limited to virtual classes, but also physical exposure. We do not dig a hole in the pockets of the students and their families. We're everything that traditional education hasn't been. Iiu has already implemented and promoting the MOOCs technology. When we talk about MOOCs technology, it stands for Massive Open Online Courses. The word massive is to be understood in the sense that 100,000 learners or more at the same time have open and equal opportunities to attend these courses. MOOCs are truly a tremendous technological leap, and what makes them so attractive is that they don't imply any cost to learners. Iiu has tied up with more than 100 universities to provide more than 10,000 courses to the students, free of cost, with the help of MOOCs technology. We're a revolution in the making, a wind of change. Education is much more charming and intriguing than the temptations of distractions unnecessary. Our education policymakers must look into the problem to make a better system, which is more practical and provides hands-on learning to the students. Who are we? The International Internship University is a virtual university with state-of-the-art curriculum, real-life industry exposure, amazing student attention, learning-oriented resources, and most of all, a commitment to make the world a better place. Why do we exist? We exist to fulfill the necessity of the bread earner. We exist to help underprivileged achieve their dreams. We exist to fuel aspirations and accessibility. We exist to provide everyone the luxury of being capable of changing the world. We really do exist to ignite young minds and make them the torchbearers of tomorrow. For a better future, for the legacy of everyone who's left us, for the hope of everyone who's yet to come, and for the growth of everyone who walks this beautiful planet. We invite you to join our world-class educational team and platform with an altruistic dedication to creating the future. The change is so big that it would potentially impact millions across the world. Millions of children and youth around the world cannot wait any longer. Please join us in our effort to create the virtual learning generation of Iiu. We're Iiu, we're change. Welcome to our world, a new tomorrow.
Good morning, good afternoon, evening to all the respected dignitaries of Iiu, distinguished guests, speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience present here from all around the globe. I am Laura Stanchu, and today, together with Ermina Carmen Oprican, will be with you as moderator of this event. It is my privilege to welcome you all on this historic day, launch of Iiu USA, Glimpses of 2021, and Oath Ceremony, organized by the International Internship University. The first global virtual university offering quality, accessible, and location-independent education around all areas. Throughout history, the United States has been a flame of hope for the oppressed and needy and a source of inspiration for the creative, the bold, the successful. It has always been and will always remain the land of the free and the home of the brave. Although we are at a great distance from each other, in different corners of the world, the Iiu team manages to connect us all, as always. The International Internship University, IIU, is building a better and brighter future for all young learners and is committed to providing quality, accessible, affordable, skill-based virtual education to all the young learners of the globe, with the aim to provide internship opportunities and research facilities. Ermina?
Greetings. I'm Ermina Carmen Oplican, Country Director of IIU Romania, and today, together with my colleague Laura Stantiu, Deputy Country Director, we warmly welcome you and assure you that we will offer you an unforgettable experience along with our distinguished guests. It's my honor to introduce the IIU staff, the strong support of a great team who are all work consistently to achieve the vision and mission of IIU by bringing the new era of education all over the globe. The inspiration of IIU, Sri Dandi Swami Ji Maharaja, his blessing and guidance in every endeavor of IIU are stimulating. Trustees of IIU, Mrs. Roshani Lal Ji, Mrs. Anju Pandi, Visionary Founder and COO of IIU, Mr. Peyush Pandit, the man behind the success of IIU. Co-founders of IIU, Mr. Steven, co-founder IIU Australia, Mona Angia, co-founder of IIU Indonesia, the Vice Chancellor of IIU, Mrs. Karina Suzda, board members of IIU, Mrs. Nada Ratkovic, Country Director Croatia, Dr. Alisa White, Accreditation Director USA, Dr. Prachi Gaur, President HR Training and Placement Council, Country Director India, Dr. Snigdha Kadam, President Academics Global and IIU Research Center India, Lutfianto Yuda Pamungas, Country Director Indonesia, Mrs. Karina Suzda, International Ambassador Romania. Advisory board members, Dr. Pratibha Mishra, Dr. Parin Somani, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sah, Dr. Sashi Kumar, Dr. Mathur India Research and Development Board, Professor Dr. Chap General and Warrior Ushilo Charles, Continent Head, Africa, IIU, and Mrs. Santi Chularia, IIU Europe Head. Laura?
We like to believe that any beautiful, creative, and long-lasting collaboration is a step forward for the future, for education. Only together we can create leaders who perform day by day heroic acts, heroes who inspire with their power to give, with intelligence that opens minds, that challenges people with the questions to explore new horizons. Some love technology, while others breathe simplicity. Some read novels breathlessly, and others devour personal development books, because we are unique. And this day will give us an extra reason to share with others what we love, and to let them know us better, because here in IIU, we are a family. It doesn't matter what origins we have, the spoken language, the color of our skin. We are a family. Let's enjoy together this day that will remain in history. And now it is my pleasure to invite our chief guest, Mr. K.L. Ganju, Consul General, Advisor to the Foreign Minister. He was appointed Consul General of the Republic of Union of the Comoros. After Government of India notified his appointment through a Gazette notification on 10th January 2005, he assumed charge of the Consul General. Member of the Consular Corps Diplomatique, India. He was sponsored by HCCDI to represent Indian consuls in World Federation of Consuls. He is the Secretary General of the HCCD India. He is the Board of Directors of World Federation of Consuls, Chairman of the Consular Privileges Protection Committee of the World Federation of Consuls. He is the receiver of many prestigious awards and rewards. Awards: Order du Croissant Vert de Comores, Order of the Green Crescent of Comoros, by the Honorable President of the Union of Comoros in November 2010, which is the high national civilian decoration of the country. Gold medal from Amity University, Noida, UP, India, for his excellent contribution for fostering international diplomatic relations. Pride of India Leadership Award by NRI Institute, Kent, England, by Honorable Baroness Sandeep Verma, Baroness in Waiting, Minister of International Development, Equalities and Women, and also the Whip in the Cabinet Office at the House of Lords, London. Medal of Honor by the World Federation of Councils at the glittering ceremony held in Bangkok, Thailand. Gold Medal and National Gold Star Award by Indian Solidarity Council in association with the International Institute of Education and Management. Sir, I am honored to invite you on the virtual stage. Welcome. Mr. Ganju, I think you are on mute.
Sorry. You see, you have given a very long introduction of mine, and therefore I'm thankful to you for that. And probably you have taken all this information from my website, though I had sent my small biodata, and which includes many more positions I am holding today. Nevertheless, that is not the point. Now, today I have been invited as a guest. I will not say chief guest because I am one of you all. So therefore, before I start to say some words, because today there are a lot of speakers who have to speak, so therefore I will be very, very brief. So I'll start my words by saying thank you, Mr. Piyush Pandit, who is the founder of and the CEO of the Iiu, for inviting me for this wonderful, wonderful evening and giving me a chance to speak to such a wonderful audience from world over. So therefore, but before I speak about the Iiu, a few lines about it, whatever little I know, I want to say something about the founder of this wonderful university. My introduction to him is not very long, maybe 3-4 months maximum. I met him at a function held in Delhi in one of the 5-star hotels where I was invited as chief guest there also. So therefore, I found him to be very interesting and a very wonderful person. When I talked to him for about few minutes, then what I saw is he has a lot of, plans for the society. So therefore, I got interested and I continued my interaction with him, and I met him 3-4 times after that. But now when I come to know on daily basis about what he is doing and what's the way the Iiu is progressing, it is really remarkable. Of course, he is supported by a wonderful faculty. He is supported by a wonderful Vice Chancellor from Romania probably. And he is supported by many, many people around him. But let me tell you that this man has a vision and he can innovate anything and make it a great success. And you can see about the Iiu what he has done. Now, coming to the International Internship University, I was again invited by him in the last convocation, which was held in Delhi, in Gurugram. So I was there for 2 hours. 2 hours is a very long period for me because I have a lot of things to do in Delhi, but it was about 40 kilometers away from Delhi. Still, I got interested and I sat for 2.5 hours and wanted to, analyze what is the background and what he's doing. And I found again, to my surprise, that he is a genius by his actions. So therefore, my friendship, you may call it, or you may call it my eagerness to be with him, increased on daily basis. So now coming to the university, I don't think it is a very old university, but what steps it has taken in the last, from I don't know, which was established maybe probably a year or 2 years back. I don't know, that knowledge I don't have. But whatever, what it is today is a tremendous, tremendous success. And 3-4 days back, I got a message from him. He talked to me over phone. Sir, we have been accredited to some university in USA, and which is a very big step towards making this online university. When USA and the Asian countries and the Middle East countries and the Africa joins together, then it becomes a worldwide university. And I see a great future for this, because this type of education will not only develop different methods of teaching, but it will also give relief to the millions of people around the world in Africa and at other places who cannot afford to have such wonderful faculty to teach them. So therefore, to be part of this is a proud privilege for me. And having said so much, so there are so many others. My friend, Mr. Kolubuli, Excellency Kolubuli is also sitting. I can see him, and he will also throw some light on it. And I can only say one thing. I will pray to the Almighty, and I will request him, pray for everybody and for this university to give it a great success in the coming days, coming months, and coming years. Thank you very much for inviting me, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm deeply impressed by your words. It's an honor to have you with us today here. Thank you. And now I have the honor and the privilege to invite our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Sanjeev Sehgal, Additional Advocate General, Supreme Court of India and Standing Council, Government of India. Started the practice as an advocate after registration in 1992 at Bar Council of Delhi after completing the LLB from Delhi Law School, Delhi University. Also did MBA Finance and Fellowship of Chartered Accountant. Worked for many MNCs, invited as a speaker at many conferences and seminars, invited as a guest lecturer and legal advisor at many law, college, institutes, and university at national and international level, invited as a chief guest at many events, handled, argued, and won many cases in high courts and Supreme Courts of India in various states, such as educational matters, civil case, transfer petition, criminal and civil, cybercrime cases, handled, argued the complicated criminal case, and finally got land acquisition case, criminal case, mining case, Land Acquisition Act case, election service matter, State and Union of India cases. Sir Sehgal, I'm honored to invite you on the virtual stage today. Welcome. Sir Sehgal, are you there? We can not hear you.
You just got disconnected.
Yes.
You may proceed, Laura. Go on with the next guest speaker.
Of course. It is my pleasure to invite our next guest of honor, Dr. Kulibali Harp, Head of Consular Affairs, Embassy of Burkina Faso, New Delhi. Hospitals and Healthcare Administrator, former Hospital Director of Finance and Administration, expert in international business from Stratford University of Virginia, USA, specialist in project management and their sustainability in Tunisia, doctorate honoris causa of St. Mother Teresa University, Australia. Mr. Kulibali, you are most welcome. The floor is yours. we kindly invite you here with us.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My dear friend, Excellency Ganju, you have chosen the right person today to be, he refused to be chief, but he is our chief today of this launch of Iiu in the USA. What I can say, this university is essentially a big university. I have known also Miss Piyush, a few years ago, I can say, because I have been at their event more than 3 times. Even online event, I have been your guest one time here online during Corona waves. What I can say is this Iiu is growing, and I am now a part of this. He came, we met physically, discussed about some project in Africa for this this university. And what I can note today is it is sincerely growing, and my happiness is to be a part. I'm not an official member, but I am a part of this big project now, as Sir Ganju has said, and I know along with him also, we'll see together how to join hands and how to also push from our sides. I was just seeing greeting from Sudan, Malaysia, Tanzania. That means it is a real global, it's now a global project, and they have done already good things. What I can add is to just felicitate the co-founder, Mr. Piyush, and the others in Indonesia and Canada, UK. We have been many last time when we had this webinar, and I found the person of quality. That means it is essentially a good thing. I have also witnessed that the top of the board members are quality people, and we can read big serious in the, this Iiu vision and mission. So we have to join together and try to make it a bigger university more than today, because as my friend Gazul has said, Mr. Piyush has a big vision, and he's a hard worker. With the border teams I see around him also, I just wish people to be blessed around him and surrounding countries of India, Asia, America, Africa, everywhere. And the good thing also is in these Corona times, the university, virtual university, are now the best ones for everyone, because for moving, people can't move everywhere now, and even for Africa, African students can stay there and study as well through this university and have good opportunities throughout the world. Even some universities, I know some here in India. I can just one example in Gurgaon, no, in Noida. There were for international, there were just copting students to come in India. And today, since Corona, this university is now giving courses through virtual class courses. So that means Iiu is on the very good way. And also, when I try to read the content of the Iiu also through the internships, they also try to check for internship for students physically, and even try also in their potential. They also try to have a connection with at workplaces for students. That means it's good if you can come through this university. You can be assisted till from to study until have one day you are lucky, have an opportunity to have a job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ciel. Thank you for your kind words. Your message is so strong. It was a pleasure to hear your speech today. Thank you. And now I have the honor and the privilege to invite our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Sanjeev Sehgal, Additional Advocate General, Supreme Court of India and Standing Counsel, Government of India. Started the practice as an advocate after registration in 1992 at Bar Council of Delhi after completing the LLB from Delhi Law School, Delhi University. Also did MBA Finance and Fellowship of Chartered Accountant, worked for many MNS, invited as a speaker at many conferences and seminars, invited as a guest lecturer and legal advisor at many law, college, institutes, and university at national and international level, invited as a chief guest at many events. Handled, argued, and won many cases in high courts and Supreme Court of India, that's such as education matter, civil case, transfer petition, criminal and civil, cyber crime cases, handled, argued the complicated criminal case and finally got, land acquisition case, criminal case, mining case, land acquisition act case, election service matter, State and Union of India case. Sir Sehgal, I'm honored to invite you on the virtual stage.
So you want
Please unmute your microphone, please, Mr. Sehgal.
Am I audible now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to just say that I would not like to speak much because already the distinguished guest have said too much. I would like to wish and congratulate IIU to spreading its wing all across the globe. Wish them all the good luck and all the best to the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Mr. Sehgal. Thank you. And now I have the honor to invite the country director of Nigeria, the head of Africa continent, the Honorable Professor Chap General Eboria Ushilo Charles, to tell us few words on this historical day. Prof. Charles, the floor is yours. You are most welcome.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It's a great day, and I bless the name of our Lord Jesus Christ for this great opportunity. Every one of us present today, we are all welcome. This is a wonderful occasion, and I want to tell us that our vision will be upheld, just as we have been upholding it, assisting and uplifting social activists, assisting those who endeavor to prepare the youth for brighter future, supporting various kinds of group institution or corporate entity, ensuring that we make exceptional contribution in the area of social services and education, providing internship to every student to get the experience of the corporate world, making them capable of solving real life problems. And also, if you believe in meritocracy, we are the best. We assist those who want to pursue their career and make their future a glorious one. Our courses are thoroughly structured based on the Sustainability Development Goal, SDG. You gain a lot of experience if you are with us. We appreciate our noble experts who have been contributing much in making sure IIU moves. And I thank God for our great founder, all the co-founders, and all the trustees, and the board of directors, and everyone that have been contributing so much to the development of IIU. We appreciate every one of us, as today will be a yardstick for us to be more focused, for us to be more serious in carrying out of our activities. your soft skills will develop for more rapidly soft skill. And we make sure that things are moving the way it's supposed to move. Iiu will remain and will remain the best among the normal. And with this present dispensation, we give out our best to make sure everybody is happy. Together we shall make it, and God will come to crown our efforts. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. I appreciate every one of us.
Professor Charles, thank you for your presentation. We are grateful to have you here on this wonderful day. And now it's my pleasure to invite with us our next guest, Mrs. Nada Ratkovic, Board Member Iiu and Country Director of Croatia, to present you some glimpses from our activities of Iiu in 2021. Mrs. Nada, we welcome you to this great event. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Greetings from Croatia. Please, can you make me a host? I can share.
Sure, the technical team will do it in a second.
Yes, you are. You are the co-host.
Okay. So greetings from Croatia once again. I want to say that my task is today to welcome all of you to Iiu, the world's first virtual university. I will give some glimpses and retrospectives of the year 2021. 24 hours will be not enough to tell what Iiu is doing and what to do in 2021. So here, the mission and vision is lifelong learning. We have the core values, free courses. We need to bring learning to people. And there is our co-founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, our trustee, Roshni Lal, who wants to bring the education to all young learners around the world. We are present in 195 countries on 6 continents and 150 offices. We have fairs, many courses, honorary degrees, certificates. We have more than 1,000 instructors, and we have everything. And we are accredited by the World Education Organization and International Organization accreditation. You see here how many standard of qualities Iiu is having. Convocations. I will go through the convocations, through the events, everything Iiu is doing. So the first convocation was 2021. It was in the month May. After that is going the second convocation in Jaipur in India 2021. Here you can see some glimpses. What is honorary doctorate? What is this awards ceremony? Here, everybody who don't have time can make a honorary doctorate with Iiu. Because Iiu is offering in more than 55 fields topics. You can make a research paper, and I can set that is a award for you because you don't have time to learn. Look at this. Iiu is given to the students stipend because many students all around the world can't have a free education. And not only on the convocation, always, because the mission of Iiu is free education for everyone. Here, the marvelous event. Look here, more than 200 people, educators, get a honorary doctorate. And here you see a cricket club, because Our co-founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, gives a fair to cricket. He makes them to have this because they don't have the conditions for their sport. The third convocation is going here. You see in November here in Delhi. Here are the prizes what the educators get. Look here. Look how many special guests. The artists, the singers. There is no field that you cannot get a honorary doctorate. And media, social media, and all newspapers all around the world are writing about this global education summit. Our co-founder and IIU is recognized all around the world. Here is the convocation in Nigeria. IIU Nigeria, and our head, Professor Charles, who talked before, was here a host. He makes this event also marvelous. The Nigeria, the Africa educators get a honorary doctorate. Look some of the glimpses of the ceremony. And now we are preparing for 13 March 2022 in New Delhi, the 5th convocation 2022. So you are all invited to apply for this ceremony, for this award, for the honorary doctorate. Now I will present the councils of IIU. IIU launched and have 4 councils. Councils for the women, IIU Entrepreneurs Council, IIU International Student Council, IIU International Youth Development Council, and have for the educators. And if we talk about these councils, you must be with us. You must know what IIU is doing in these councils. Many projects, many events, many accreditations, and you will hear about that a little later. And your dream can be achieved with IIU. Events, many events, almost events, I can say, every day by IIU. Here is new normal. We know that we are all in the time of the pandemic, but that didn't stop IIU to work. We have many virtual education in new normal. From every month, we celebrate World Environment Day because all the things that IIU is doing are sustainability, reimagine, recreate, restore. Technology, we are growing. IIU is growing like the technology. We know that technology is growing rapidly, but blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotics, that is what we are also offering and doing and growing like the technology. Here are sustainability courses. We have more than 100 courses. We have more than 100 courses, and we cover all 17 sustainable development goals. Look here. Now we are taking care about our health. Why? Because we know that yoga is making a balance between our body and our mind. We learn how to make yoga. We have classes of yoga. And here, many competitions, many projects. Here is one of our projects called Building an Inclusive Future. What we do here, we have kids, teens, youth. It was a competition in 3 categories. You see here only the works, arts of the winners. In every category, there were 3 winners with their arts, and also we gave special recommendation for the youth. The youth really enjoy. We get more than 1,000 arts for this competition. Another, School Without Bullying. Yes, our health of our students, of our educators is really important. We must know what is going about them, what is happening in their home, what is happening in their mind. So we have education, a school without bullying. I said innovative, interactive, and interdisciplinary. Yes, IIU is rapidly technology growing and taking care about the technology. Indonesia, our co-founder, one of our co-founders is from Indonesia. You see here, Miss Mona Angie, and here is learning in time of COVID in Indonesia. What are the educational trends in Indonesia? Another immersive classroom virtual reality. Here we show the steps and the kinds of how is it working in immersive classroom and how it is fostering learning in online school through technology, new ways of thinking. IIU is giving you a new ways of thinking. Another, the global impact of child abuse. IIU, Nigeria, and all of IIUs make many events. This is one of events of IIU Nigeria, and they make what is the global impact of child abuse on society and education in the time of COVID. We learn here a lot. We learn here a lot. And here is the first international SDG conference. Living Sustainability Transform the World. We have every day, I mean one day, one SDG. So we are for no poverty, no hunger waste. We are for health and well-being, quality education. We need to take this event 2 days because we have many educators all around the world who want to present what is quality education, what is he doing in his classroom. Another, gender equality. We are fighting for the gender equality because the boys and women must be equal. Clean water and sanitation. If we don't have water, we can't live. We can't live without affordable energy and decent work and economic growth. Yes, IIU is one of the virtual university who is making the world the growth of economy because decent work, it offers many positions for the working. Another, industry innovation infrastructure, reduced inequalities. You will see what for IIU means it reduced inequalities because we want to be, everybody must be equal. Sustainable cities and communities. Our co-founder has a e-village and it is a sustainable village like a sustainable cities. Responsible consumption, production, climate action. All these events, all these actions are taking, we are taking care about the climate action. Life below water is for us like life under the water and on the land. Peace and justice for everybody, for the strong institutions, for the strong IIU. Partnership for the goals. You will see a little later how many partnerships did IIU make. Today also make a new partnership, not one, 2 partnerships with another organization. Here is some glimpses of educational system in Greece because we know about every educational system in every country. I said 190 are learning about the all educational systems in all the countries. And we have here all representatives from the countries. Another event from Nigeria, a way to effective, I mean a holistic education. Our great, eminent, distinguished speakers from Nigeria to talk us, learn us about this holistic education. Here we are going on a big International Teachers Day. IIU celebrates, I said, everything, and that means also a teacher day because a teacher, professor, is a person who don't have nothing. We here are all educators, and it is very important. I didn't recommend who are the organizers of this event, but on these pictures, on these photos, you can always see who is the project manager. Like here, our vice chancellor, Karina Suzda. It was a project organizer of this Teachers Day. We have recognitions from Ministry of Education of India. Here is another event called Humanity Aligned and Goals Transform Better Youth. Youth for IIU is really something special. Young opportunities, understand, trust, heart. Youth, everything we are doing for our youth. And this is from the Council of International Youth. Another big conference was the first IIU International Conference on Climate Change. This conference was 5 days, and also we have many speakers. You see how many speakers, more than 100 speakers we have from the different countries. 101 speakers, 35 countries. You can see here all these days. Mental health. You see, I said at the beginning, we had yoga event. Here we have a mental event. We celebrate mental health event on the world, and also get the awards to the great psychologists all around the world. We on all our events, we have guests of honor. Like today, here on this event, we had a guest of honor, our queen from France. What about the empowering the girl child? You see here a beautiful girl with a smile. Yes, we are making here in IIU everything for gender equality, as I said, and a girl must have education, and we empowers not only women, we empowers all the childs, all the girl childs, and we are making for them their better future. New normal in Romania. You see in Nigeria, you see in Greece, you see in Croatia, you see in other countries, you see new normal Romania education. Here we learn about our great Romanian education, how are they doing and what are they doing in new normal. Education from Nigeria. Again, what was the impact of global pandemic on African economy? We know that it is a huge impact all around the world. Here again, we know that Africa has many parts that are not yet developed. So we can say that a big impact this global pandemic had on African economy. And here we are coming to our big project, our big IIU, biggest interactive knowledge education program. And as you see, the slogan was involve your students and empower them. 30 days, 100 schools, 100 teachers and professors were here in the IIU Bike. Here is our great organizing committee with Mrs. Karina Suzda, our Vice Chancellor, our Head of Europe, and other professors and other in the organizing committee. What was here? We have many topics. We have many topics like how to write a research paper. We have a topic, learn your country. We have, I said, more than 30 topics. Here you can see our professors, you can see our trainers, our students. We had amazing students. In every session, we have 3 to 4 schools and 3 trainers. Now, the IIU Bike Up will have a second part, and it will start very soon. So follow us and involve your students, because it will be a little different than this first part. It will be only for the students. And Indonesia, IIU has a big initiatives also. So for quality improvement, communicate knowledge, our IIU board member, he's making here many events. So there was an event for learning English, and how the teacher, because the teacher is really a heart of education recovery. We must know that, everybody must know that the teacher is really at the heart of education recovery, and IIU knows that. Look here, this people with a big smile. You can also have a big smile if you will be with us. So please join us and be a part of our family. Morocco Conference. What is the language and culture Moroccan education system? So I said every country had a great event where we learn a lot, and we are learning every day. Here is again Indonesia's National Mother's Day. We celebrate Indonesia Mother's Day. I will say that I didn't put some things that we celebrate. We celebrate all the events, and we respect all the cultures around the world. We respect the birthdays of everybody. So when it's your birthday, you will see that we will make a special celebrity. And also, if there are Indian traditional events or another events for Christmas and other, we celebrate also that. Here is on the Philippines, the World Summit in Education and the Awards Night. This night were the night of awards, where IIU Philippines gave the awards for the great educators, for the great scientifics, for the great researchers. Here is International Conference on Education, a big conference of what was 3 days, and the great educators were talking about what is next for education 2022. So here, many of us know what will happen with education, and what will we what will we learn new in 2022. Look here, our great Professor Dr. Mar, our Vice Chancellor, all many here people from IIU with a big smile. Women Entrepreneur Council. Here is the Women's Entrepreneur Council, who is empowering the woman. And if you are a woman and you want to be an entrepreneur, you can be in IIU and you can learn, because we have here a big committee of great women entrepreneurs from all around the world. IIU Satwa look forward to a dream planet. This was our big project, our big SDG project. And you can see here what was happening. Or here, what I can say, this project. In this project, we're involved many schools from all around the world, where the students were making a video. The students were answering on the big questions. The students show us how are they innovative, how are they creative, their critical thinking skills. And IIU, that at the beginning I show the core values of IIU. IIU has many core values: international internship, respect, and many others. And I mentioned a lot of them through my presentation. This month's Global Model United Nations Conference had to be in 2021, but we moved it for this year, and it will be now in 2022 to this conference, Resecure Planet, and you will know when will it happen. Global Volunteer. Global Volunteer, what our co-founder Piyush Pandit is a big social activist. Look here, what is he doing? How he is helping the poor people. He now was a big action with the warm blankets. There is no part of India where the people didn't get a warm blanket. So many social activities for the girls. You see here, when girls stay in school, India shines. For the invalids, many actions. Also donations. We had donations. $1 counts in will can save your future. Here you can see what our co-founder is doing for the nature. Publish a research paper on all convocations and every honorary doctorates. He made a research paper and it is publishing in the international journal. And now IIU is making a big research center. We will have a big research and it is launching a research center. Before a few days, yesterday finished our first global teacher training program, Learning to Lead Together, Harnessing Your Superpower. And there are training programs where eminent educators like our country director from USA had a big training program, 3 days, where he educated the first generation of this global GTTP and learn how to be a leader, how to be a big leader. So, International Internship University is offering you everything, a great education. Our co-founder is an inspiration for everybody. He is our role model. He wants every child to have a free education all around the world. So this big ceremony today in USA and all around the world is a big thing. And please, if you're not a part of our family, join us, because IIU is only the one and unique. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Nada, for your wonderful words and for showing us the fantastic activities initiated by IIU. We are truly inspired by the multitude of projects, activities, and conferences throughout which IIU is trying to build a better world. And let's do great things together in 2022. Now, I'm glad and honored to invite Mrs. Alisa White, who is a transformational leadership and master mindset coach, an international motivational speaker, international best-selling author and workforce development strategist. Dr. Alisa is also the founder and CEO of Fulfillment Empowerment Network, a human development company in the USA. Dr. Alisa is a board member and the accreditation director here at IIU. Dr. Alisa believes in the mission and vision of Mr. Piyush Pandit and IIU to bring educational opportunities to every living soul on the planet. As an educator herself that has served from pre-kindergarten college remedial student for over 22 years, she believes that education is the key to open the mind, to transcend poverty and lack, in all areas and individual life. So, Mrs. Alisa, we welcome you to our virtual stage. The floor is yours.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good late night, wherever in the world you are. Thank you, special guest of honor, our board of trustees, our board members, global team Iiu, our friends and well-wishers that have joined us today. I am honored to sit here and witness the launch of Iiu USA. Of course, this is an incredible and remarkable university that is not only focused on academic and theoretical learning, but also focused on skill-based preparing each student for the workforce. And so today it's my opportunity to give you a brief overview of what Iiu USA will begin to look like. I say keywords begin to look like. As we focus a little bit more, as you know, we're an international internship university, we are more focused on the SDG 4, which I believe will lead the way for all the other sustainable development goals. And for those who may not be familiar, I want to remind us that SDG 4 ensures inclusive and equitable quality education to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And so one of my personal favorites is to increase the number of youths and adults who have relevant skills, including technical and vocational skills for employment, decent jobs, and entrepreneurship. Now, what else away? As for I like to say myself, I subscribe to the theme that the mind is like a parachute and it works best when it's opened. And so education is one of the main keys to help to open the mind, shift the mindset. And I believe with changed mindsets and the exploration of our own innate abilities allows for creativity, discovery, innovation. And so that is what we're all about at Iiu. As I paged through to talk with you today, I paged through my memory and I thought about some of my academic experiences, not only as a student, but also as a career guidance counselor. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to serve as a workforce career counselor in the state of Florida. And I recalled the number of students that would come through the doors, lost and confused, young, middle-aged, and sometimes a little bit older, about where they want to go. The one thing they all had in common was that they needed to find a job in order to be able to sustain themselves and more often a family. Young people from the ages of 19 all the way through to 60 something were in my chair looking at me for help. You see, folks, I had the opportunity to run a program in our community that it's called the WIOA program, Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. And as we go forward with our plans for USA, that particular program and that law will govern much of what we do. As I want to share with you, that program is to be able to provide academic and educational opportunities that leads to sustainable employment in the USA. And so every US citizen has access. Once you are a naturalized or even a legal immigrant, you have access to that program to get funding, to not only get an education, but to help you find work ultimately. So that was my role, to literally determine your eligibility, whether you met all the criteria legally, and then to determine your suitability, whether your mind was in the right place to really go out and get work so I can invest with you. It was my privilege to hold $8,000 for each American that came through the door that was determined suitable and eligible for that program. So I want to fictitiously give a name to a young man I met. Let's call him George. George came into my office, and as usual, most of my colleagues like to give me what they call the quote-unquote difficult cases. And so George came in and he was filled with despair and a lack of hope. He was sent to me because he needed to find work, and the issue with him was that he came to the US from Mexico as a young child, and we call them the unaccompanied minor. He did not have parents or anyone. Someone literally brought him across the borders of the USA from Mexico, and he was unable to he was dislocated from his family. So they found him, got him into a home and shelter, give him a little temporary social security card, and start to get him through the foster care program, which he went into. And as he grew older, he's now 19 years old, he's exiting high school, and he has to find work. As George, as we would call him in this case, told me, he was doing farm work. He was taking care of pigs and horses and different animals on a large farm there in the little town. However, he was making $5.50. The minimum wage at the time was $7.50. As you can see, he was making under minimum wage. He had gotten out of high school and he met a wonderful woman that he knew for some time, and they had a child. So they created a little family unit. She was at home taking care of the child. The child had some special needs, so it was a challenge. Do you hear the plight of George's situation, as we're calling him in this case? Now he's sitting in front of me because he needs to find work to take care of his family of 3 in the United States of America. I'm sharing this with you because many people don't know the ins and outs. We have it all going on here in the United States as well. This is why we need IIU in our cities and in our towns, because the mission here is to make sure that everyone not only gets an education, but they're also employable and they're a contributing member to society that is living in the space of sustainability for themselves. So as I continue to tell you, George now is sitting here and I cannot give him the program because he's not eligible. He is not a legal US citizen. What do I do? Because I'll tell you what, one thing about me, I will find a way. And so I went through the eligibility process. Documentation was not there for me to approve him. But remember what I told you at the beginning of this story, George, as we call him, so we keep his identity protected. He was brought here against his will and dropped off in the USA. An orphan child, dislocated from his family members. Do you get the picture? He has to be helped. He grew up probably about 17 to 16 years here in the USA as an American citizen. He did not know that the little temporary card he had was not applicable for him after he gets out of high school. I can't give him my $8,000 grant. He wanted to be an HVAC technician, the individuals who take care of the quality of the air in our offices, whether it be government, local, and even in our homes. He had a dream for himself, and he had a dream for his little family that he just created, but only at $5.50 based on availability of hours, he was working. And so he was sad. I said, George, as I would call him in this case, I don't have the resources to help you, but we're going to find something. He said, a lot of people have told me that. He said, I'm going to go. I wouldn't bother you anymore. I said, George, just complete all the information on this form, and you give me a few hours, I'll call you back. I went back to the laws and I looked through some very important details about the American laws. And I learned that under the WIA program, there were some other programs that do give funding. I also learned that farm workers had special funding under our program, but I was not an administrator of those sections. So I called up a few colleges and institutions in our area and I asked many questions. And one professor at a university that was in charge of the agriculture program, he said, come to my office, midwife. I got in my car, told my staff, I'll be back. Like, where are you going? I'm heading down to the college over there and I will be back. Once I got there, we pulled out the books and we looked at the law. And yes, indeed, George was eligible for this farm worker program. Could you imagine me calling him and saying, hey, I got some news for you. Can you meet me at the college? He's probably thinking, what is this lady talking about? There's nothing for me. He comes in there, we tell him that he's absolutely eligible for the program. And so we need him to sign some paperwork and all the stuff. We had to get him over to the college to get him enrolled in that HVAC class. I tell you what, within 1 year, George completed the program with flying colors. He was a model student and he was also ready to work. And then I get to spend some money. I got an internship for him to work with a company in our community. And they hired him 3 months after his 3-month internship, they hired him. So George became when they say you can't, yes, you can. If you believe you can find a way, you will find a way. And so that is what IIU is all about, creating those opportunities for individuals that are also they don't have access to it. You know, as I did a bit of research recently, I learned that there are some people across the globe, 40% of our adult population across the globe, only 40% has had some access to tertiary education. Did you know that also when our primary students, when they did an assessment on our primary students globally, they said that in the lower income developing countries, every additional year of education can increase a person's future income by an average of 10%. As of 2012, 31 million primary school pupils worldwide dropped out of school. And then an additional 32 million repeated a grade. My friends, we have a lot of work to do. And so it is my mission today to invite each of us listening and to every individual that's listening to us on our social media platforms. I want to call on you today to take on the role of advocate for education, not just in your community, but across the globe. I ask you to become an ambassador for educating, and not only education, but providing the practical learning experiences as well. We must make education free and accessible to everyone, everywhere. We must advance the concept of skilled-based learning and work-ready college graduates. My friends, I tell you, I see in my role as a career counselor, I met so many young people coming out of college and having a bachelor's degree in various fields, still not knowing what they want to be when they grow up. So we have to allow the opportunities for conversations of career exploration to come through. And so with that, I give you a bit of information and get a quick glimpse of what IIU USA will begin to do. We will start off being career focused for our students, but regardless of what their age is. We want to develop and provide virtual classroom and theoretical learning systems that provide work-ready graduates by helping our students to align their purpose and passions with their area of studies. Key, aligning their area of study with purpose and passion. That way they don't graduate with a degree that is not worth anything to them and they're not passionate about doing it and seeing their role in the world, being their unique self and giving to others while earning a paycheck. We want to prepare students to competitively present themselves to employers, not only work ready, but skilled and equipped to learn the job role and serve as excellent leaders in the growth of their organizations. We also want to be focused on helping our graduates being able to job search and be ready to interview in a competitive workforce. We would also like to see our students join in a global internship opportunities in their career field of choice and explore hands-on and practical skills and training. Number 2, mission. We have the International Youth Development Council here at IIU, the brainchild of our founder, Piyush Pandit. An International Youth Development Council will host youth leadership summer camps here in the USA that will allow youth the opportunity for character building and leadership development, career exploration, and personal educational goal setting. How could you imagine a child at the age of maybe 8 or 9 already exploring what they want to do and how they want to show up in the world career-wise and earn a living? Not just in the USA. We hope to expand that even as it is the vision of IIU, but we want to bring that distinctly here in the USA. Mission number 3. Under our international, mission number 3, under our International Council for Educators, we're talking the people that facilitate education from early childhood education classrooms all the way through to universities. We would like to create a hub for educators in the US to meet and mastermind effective 21st century teaching strategies. For example, student learning and motivation, redeveloping that village mindset. I talk about the village mindset for education, meaning it takes a village to raise a child. And we have lost track of that vision. At IIU, I believe we're recultivate that village. And the village goes from homes to schools to little towns, villages, out into cities, states, countries, and around the globe. We will work with our educators to develop lessons that are applicable for our students. We will help educators get their continuing education units that are not just theoretical based, so they can move on and continue being a teacher, but give them the experience of hands-on and practical, customized experiences that they need as educators. We would also like to have the Educators Mastermind and Knowledge Exchange programs under our ICE program. Let's talk about mission number 4 under our International Youth Development Council. I love this council. How would you like it if you saw your child being able not only to advocate for themselves in school, as you saw Karina shared that we had the bullying program we had a conference on bullying in schools, but we need our students to be able to become articulate all the way from kindergarten up, and even early education, as that's one of my specialties. The Student Council in the USA, here we want to see students become leaders, and they will be governed by a leader. I have the vision here in my own city to see from elementary all the way up, these little student councils form, managed by an adult, but ran by the students. I think of it and I envision them not only advocating for how they want their school to look and how they want things to operate, but also advocate what the education process should be in the 21st century. God knows we can't carry on with the old ways of being and doing in the education systems globally. We want to be able to teach students how to advocate for themselves while developing a global mindset through an international student exchange program, as you've heard about BICAP. And so mission number 5, IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council, called WEC. Did you know that 53% of the world's out-of-school children are actually girls? Did you know that 2/3 of the illiterate people in the world are women? And so here as an educational institution, we will develop local and regional councils for women for all women to learn and develop entrepreneurial skills. An entrepreneurial mindset is also applicable in the work environment. That's where employees are able to take ownership, connect to the vision and run with it, and even expand it to make it bigger than even the visionary began with. We want to help and see our women create businesses, continue with supporting them in their business development with training and programs and cohorts and masterminds. Develop women leaders to take leadership in positions in all industries, no barriers, in the local and national governmental levels. We want to develop women advocacy groups for the girl child. I vision it from since I was a young girl, where I would see older women and middle-aged women and young girls and young women in one room exchanging knowledge and experiences that empower each other to reposition ourselves, not just as a woman, but as a human. My friends, I want to thank you for taking your time to listen to me today as I share with you some of what we intend to do here at IIU USA. It is my wish, again, as we take the oath later on, that you take it to heart and not only look for the big opportunities, but look for those little teachable moments when you interact with a young child, a student, with another individual that might seem a little lost. To do little small programs, come to us, join us here at IIU. We can give you tools and help you be an ambassador and an advocate for education. Because you see, we can't only focus on the academics. A lot of times when we think of education, we're thinking about the academics, walking away with a high school diploma, walking away with a college degree, walking away with a PhD. That alone is not education, my friends. Education is the opening of the mind. Education is building character. Education is healing past hurt and trauma. Education is leadership. Each individual is a leader wherever they are, even if they're the janitor at the high school or the college campus. So let's take it personal responsibility. Lock arms with us. Join IIU to be innovative in the process of educating the world, making the education system standardized and easy and free and accessible for every human being. My name is Alisa White, and I thank you for listening to me today.
Mrs. Alisa White, Thank you. We are honored by your presence here today. And on behalf of IIU, I wish to show our appreciation for your kind and wonderful words and your enlightening presentation. Indeed, education should be accessible to everyone and everywhere. And we should always encourage the development of education. Thank you. The vision of IIU is to let the torch of knowledge illuminate the world. There is always that one person who has the vision, the thought, the idea behind a successful venture and organization. And if we talk about the man behind the success of IIU, is none other than our beloved co-founder of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit. A committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication, and written skills. He is a next-gen speaker and passionate writer. The versatile Mr. Piyush Pandit is the founder of Swarna Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The visionary Mr. Piyush Pandit has just one dream: no child should be deprived of education. He founded the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, IIU. Mr. Piyush Pandit, the multi-talented and devoted personality, has received a plethora of awards, recognitions, and honors in acknowledgement of his contributions to social work, education, entrepreneurship, and so on. The list of his milestones is endless. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. Mr. Piyush Pandit, sir, it is my honor to welcome you on this historic day. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much. Good evening, all. It's an immense pleasure to address you today on the auspicious occasion, the historic launch of International Internship University, USA, glimpse of 2021 and oath ceremony. I'm glad to welcome the eminent personalities like Mr. K.L. Ganju as a chief guest. He's a Consul General of Comoros, advisor to the Foreign Minister of India, Sri Sanjeev Sehgalji, Additional Advocate General, Supreme Court of India, and Standing Council of Government of India. Kolibali D. Have, Head of Consular Affairs, Embassy of Burkina Faso, and for today's historic event. Certainly, their valuable presence adds glory to the event. People always ask me, how did I get the idea of International Internship University? What was the reason behind this unique venture? Today, on the auspicious occasion, I would like to share a story with you today. Is it possible to make higher education free? When I achieved a certain level in my professional career, the thought of strengthening social responsibility that I had from a childhood of is reinforced. Meanwhile, a family came to me for the help of money for higher education in my Delhi office. After listening to them, I realized that it is very get higher education. At least there is a requirement of a minimum 4-5 lakh rupees for admission. But the student got admission on his eligibility and was saved from paying a huge amount. Later in the year 2013, the news was broadcast that 40 universities teachers in Britain decided that they will open a university where free education will be given. Indeed, they too were highly disappointed by unexpected hike in expense towards education. The student of this university will not get a degree, but they will get equivalent quality education as given in the top institution in the UK at graduation, post-graduation, and doctorate level. The number of people joining the movement is increasing day by day. This thought has been reflected only in the mind of some educators of Britain, but it was a matter of worry for many. Nowadays, the education is a profit-making business across the world. It has raised concern about what will happen to the generation to come. It is a common belief that higher education is expensive. The talented individual should have growth and lead to a successful path, but it is rich person having no talents, many certainly lag behind. There is an exact opposite scenario to the rich and wealthy are getting admission or entitled to get higher education and progressive rapidly, whereas the poor and underprivileged are deprived of higher education no matter how talented they are. In the year 2000, Barack Obama said, "I dream that every citizen should get a world-class education. It will be a great achievement if we can take education to every individual." For this purpose, in the year 2009, People's University, a free online education was started in California. No tuition fees is not charged from the students, only the cost of the course material is taken. Course material is qualitative, but not the classroom experience. The professors are volunteer who teach without salary. In the last few years, education in India has grown into a big industry. So private universities and institutions started flourishing in every corners of the lane. Private universities are started by many businessmen to convert their black money into white. In the last few years, private universities in Chhattisgarh are a unique example of it. Some rules and regulations were made to start private universities, but when the Education Commission said that the country should have at least 15,000 universities and private universities, institutions started flooding once again. Businessmen are interested in opening universities for the people who lots of money to spend. They do not want to open educational institution for the poor, underprivileged, and rural people. So there is a huge gap in the field of higher education. The government has to take some concrete step to bridge the gap and provide equal higher education to every citizen. Education should come forward to bring changes to the education system. The research is based on the study done till the year 2013. Coming to the year 2020, I used to say during my childhood, I will make my own country. Thought the country has not yet, the country is not yet been formed. The world has given me a lot of strength. I believe the country cannot be made now, but certainly I can strive to make education free. I started working day and night to provide free education to every learner across the world along with the internship opportunities. From the day of inception in Australia, which was supported by Ms. Rosni Lal, the Board of Trustee, and Mr. Stephen, co-founder Australia, in a short span of time, IIU is soaring a new heights. Today, International Internship University, IIU, the first virtual global university providing quality, accessible, affordable, skill-based education with opportunities of internship, is shining like a star in every corner of the world. Education will reach every corner of the world through IIU. I am pleased that IIU is growing worldwide with a team of 1,000 plus global educators and students. We will have IIU team will certainly have millions of learners and educators across the globe. IIU is on a mission so that no child on the globe will be deprived of education. We all being responsible individuals are committed to providing the best quality education with paid internship opportunities to every learner across the world. IIU has opened the door of knowledge and opportunities, but you must enter by yourself. In spite of many obstacles, IIU is on a success path. When the entire world was struggling during the pandemic, IIU has opened its door of knowledge, education, and training for everyone in the year 2021. Many training sessions, conferences, summit, and ceremonies were conducted. It's a proud privilege to announce that the International Internship University is registered with USA government. Congratulations to the International Internship University team, United States America, team for their conscious efforts. Now it's time for a surprise announcement. I'm proudly announcing the co-founder of the USA IIU, a dedicated, hardworking, and highly experienced, charming lady. Yes, she is none other than Dr. Alisa White. You are soaring to new heights. I look forward to your contribution to the expansion and growth of IIU in the USA. Congratulations on your success. I thank co-founders, Vice Chancellor, all board members, country directors, HR team, IT team for kind support. Your hard work, dedication, and sincerity are appreciated. Both talented and beautiful moderator of today's events, Laura and Irmina. You are rocking and your coordination is very good. Keep it up. My best wishes once again to IIU USA co-founder. Keep growing, keep progressing, and keep expanding IIU worldwide. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sir Peyush Pandit. Indeed, you show us every day that education has no borders, that we shall be mentors to the young people of the next generation. Education unites us, unite our hearts, no matter what different corner of the world we are in. Education is the soul of a society that is passed down from generation to generation. By the beautiful things you do every day, you show us that the heaven on earth is a choice you have to make, not a place you have to find. Thank you. And now I want to invite Mrs. Alisa White once again to share her thought and to tell about her emotion, her feelings today. It was definitely an exciting day for her. We invite you to share your ideas with us. Mrs. Alisa, the floor is yours again.
Oh, to say I am so grateful. I've always been, and today is exceptional gratitude to the founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, the trustees, and all of us. I have had the immense pleasure of earlier last year, just observing this magnificent dream, and then coming to connect with Mr. Pandit and listening to his own vision and mission, which much identifies with my own as a child. Many of you may not be aware, I was born and raised in Guyana, South America, a lesser developing country on the South American continent. And I migrated to the USA about almost 20 years ago and became a naturalized citizen. And it has been my vision. I've been an educator from day one. I started my own program, tutoring students as a 17-year-old getting right out of high school while I was going to university myself. And so many things I learned in my journey as a student and as an educator that I only wanted to get to every human on the planet. And so when I met Mr. Pandit and he had the same dream, I said, yes, Lord, I met other crazies like myself. And then it was not just him, but an entire army of what I say, we dare to believe. They call us crazy, but we dare to believe, and we are pressing on without fail, day and night. It doesn't matter what time of the day or night it is here for me in the US. This remarkable set of humans I get to work with are working, many of us volunteering our time. What a concept, revolutionary. I am only but fortunate to serve in any capacity. And today, my heart is filled with joy and gratitude to continue to accelerate the mission of Iiu. I'm so happy so many of you joined us, well wishers and friends. Once again, Iiu has made my heart filled, not just with an appointment, but with the intensity and the drive of seeing the dream of getting education to everyone on the planet. We can't do it alone. So if you haven't joined us, don't miss out on doing it today. I love all of you. Again, thank you. I will give the mic over to you, dear.
Mrs. Alisa, congratulations. We want to wish you good luck, lots of success. Congratulations on joining the Mission of Iiu. And now it is my pleasure to invite our next guest, Mrs. Karina Suzda, the Vice Chancellor of Iiu. Mrs. Karina, we invite you to express your thoughts on this grand occasion. Mrs. Karina, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Laura. For start, it gives me great pleasure and honor to congratulate Dr. Alisa White on her promotion today, and at the same time to thank her for the ease of registering Iiu in the USA. Maybe this is a small step that the Iiu is taking today, but I guarantee it is a first important step in the successful development of the Iiu. Thank you, Dr. Alisa, for this opportunity granted to us, and congratulations once again. I am convinced that only together we will reach new horizons of success, because only together we can succeed. I cannot go on before to say a big thank you to a special person for all the support and love She always encouraged us with none other than lifetime the trustee of Swarna Bharat Parivar Global, social activist, member of Australian Medical Board from Australia, respected Mom, Mrs. Roshni Mam Lal. Thank you very much for supporting us all the time. The co-founder and CEO of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, the visionary educationist, just has one dream, that no child should be deprived of education. And education should reach every corner of the world. So IIU has been on the path of delivering quality education by developing young human resources with ethical and moral values, while boosting their leadership qualities, research culture, and innovative skills across the globe. IIU would continue to play its crucial role to shape the future of millions of youths all over the globe. I totally agree with Piyush Pandit when he says, when we work together, there is no limit to what we can achieve. He always emphasized that to make an impact in life, we must follow our passions and we must do all that it takes. Pour all your energy into work that makes a mark and changes society by touching lives, one person at a time. Let's grow together. I personally consider that we are part of all, educators from all over the world who are under the same umbrella and are heading in the same direction. Our goal of all of us is to make education accessible and easy for all the children of the world. And of course, we want to form strong, innovative, open characters that will represent us tomorrow with passion and determination as true leaders of the future. So let's join hands and prove that all IIU members put a piece of their heart into achieving this goal. Remember, alone we can do so little. Together, we can create wonders in the education sector. Once again, congratulations, Dr. Alisa, for your promotion today. Thank you. Laura, Ermina, over to you.
Thank you, Karina, a creative and a valuable person which is present with all IIU members when they need it. Thank you so much for your kindness and for your nice words. And now I want to invite with us a person who is very involved in everything he does. He is a board member IIU and country director Indonesia, Mr. Yuda Pamungkas. He will talk to us today about the mission and the vision of IIU. Welcome, Mr. Yuda Pamungkas.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ermina. I also would love to congratulate Dr. Alisa White, and I represent everybody in Indonesia. We are very, very happy to have you here. International Internship University is the first virtual global university, a leading online education system and global brand confederation, which is most valuable and trusted worldwide. As a global organization, IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to numerous courses and internships on over 150 subjects to students across 195 countries throughout the year. IIU explores the possibilities and stretches the capacities of education by offering the opportunity to perform highest quality research, rich learning experiences, along with the relevant degrees, diplomas, and internship certificates. Our programs are based on the objectives set by some notable international institutions, including the United Nations SDG, WHO, NACO, WWF, UNICEF, UNDP, over and above promoting the intent of UNESCO as envisioned by the World Education Organization. Our vision, IIU believes in assisting and uplifting social activists and those who endeavor to prepare the youth for a brighter future. We also aim to support various kinds of groups, institutions, or corporate entities and ensure that we make an exceptional contribution in the area of social service and education. Our primary motive lies in strengthening activities that spread awareness of social, cultural, and traditional values. And with the determined effort, we try to implement them into the education system. We aim to provide internships to every student to get the experience of the corporate world, making them capable of solving real-life problems. This is up for all the students who want to pursue their careers and make their future a glorious one. This opportunity will make way for highly ranked universities and leading companies that believe in meritocracy. Together, we strive to combat illiteracy and provide free education to all the children at their doorstep. We attempt to reach every single underprivileged child across 195 countries to develop a safer and progressive environment in their particular field of interest. To provide internships to every student to get the experience of the corporate world and enable them to tackle real life problems. Our primary motive lies in strengthening activities that spread awareness of social, cultural, and traditional values. Also, preparing for the youth for a brighter future, contributing exceptionally in the area of social service and education, in assisting and uplifting social activists. Also, to create a transformative educational experience from young learners to adults, focused on deep disciplinary knowledge, problem solving, leadership, communication, interpersonal skills, and personal health and well-being. IIU mission, IIU provides a perfect opportunity for those students who want to pursue their studies and want to research in the fields of technology, science, and social humanities. We aim at providing internships along with a golden chance of completing their diploma or professional degree virtually with no fees and at their homes. This opportunity will allow the students to gain experience and get guidance from mentors from their respective nations. We believe that students can avail any course or degree without wasting their money on transportation or any other unnecessary charges and will have full access to the online lectures. Students can finish their graduation or courses in 3 to 5 years without visiting the campus physically. IIU made it possible for every curious learner to benefit from its credit and non-credit systems to finish their undergraduate or postgraduate degree while offering an access of choices. It will be a gateway of success to their desired profession by eliminating all the possible hurdles. We open the doors for everyone at the global level who would love to avail the course virtually and who would admire those who choose their studies for various purposes. That would be to achieve excellence in their field of virtual education at an affordable price and free education for the underprivileged, reaching every child at every doorstep across the world. Provision of informative online and virtual education by maintaining the global quality that meets the teaching and learning needs of IIU's academic and research community. A gateway of success to one's desired profession by eliminating all the possible hurdles. This is an opportunity for the students to gain experience and also to get guidance from the mentors across the globe. I would love to quote what our VC said. Mr. Piyush Pandit, the founder and COO of IIU, is a visionary educationist. He has one dream. No child should be deprived of education, and education should reach every corner of the world. So IIU is here. IIU will play its role to shape the future of millions of youths all over the globe. As you see, and it's written strictly on the IIU logo, inspiring, igniting, inventing young minds. Let us transform every challenge into opportunity. Let us convert every idea into reality. Let us work hard for an inspiring, positive year. This is IIU. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yuda Pamungkas. Thank you for your powerful message and for your dedication for preparing the young generation for a bright future. We are honored to have you as our guest here today at this grand event. And now it is time to invite our next guest. I would like to invite Mrs. Snigdha Kadam, President, Academics Global and IIU Research Center India, the Director of the Academic Council and Board Member IIU, for an exciting moment, the oath ceremony. Mrs. Snigdha, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Armina. Good evening, all. I could see there are so many comments in the chats, and it's really a proud moment for each one of us. So before we proceed, we would like to take an oath for the day. Before taking the oath, I would like to congratulate Dr. Alisa White, our new co-founder of USA. So I think she really deserves a round of applause. Congratulations for your success. Now it's a time to have an oath ceremony. I request you all to kindly take the position. You can repeat the oath after me or with me, but please do not unmute yourself. I am committed to discharging to the best of my ability the duties as the responsible citizen of the world to provide the best quality education to every learner across the globe. I take an oath that I will selflessly serve with IIU in promoting quality and accessible education among the underprivileged. I abide by the vision and mission promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the International Internship University. I am committed to educating the next generation. My aim in this will be to renew and pass on existing human knowledge, culture, and skills. I shall act in the best interest of the community at large to extend my time, efforts, and resources in helping educational institutions to be at their best to provide quality education for a better future. Thank you, Piyush Pandit sir, for the wonderful words. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Snigdha. Amazing moment, a moment in which our mind, our souls connected. It's really a great story day. Thank you. Now, it's give me a great pleasure to invite Dr. Brachi Gaur, President, HR Training and Placement Council, Country Director, India, IIU. Welcome, Mrs. Brachi.
Thank you so much, Armina. Thanks a ton. Well, thank you so much to all the dignitaries present here. I, Dr. Prachi Gaur, Country Director, India, would like to state certain opportunities what IIU is actually providing us and how it heads and provides us different areas. So we all know education is a social institution that teaches basic academic knowledge, isn't it? Learning skills, cultural standards to the children of a society. Many countries are concerned about the societal consequences of global educational inequality. Around the world, millions of children, lack the education, support, and opportunity they need to thrive. And a rising collection of research demonstrates that the core of learning problem is teaching crisis. Students need skilled instructors to learn, yet many education institutions may, little attention to what teachers know, what they do in the classroom, or even what they show up with. So to meet this challenge, IIU aims to deliver dedicated and motivated teachers in every country who, despite all obstacles, improve and transform their students' lives despite the circumstances, use passion, creativity, and determine to make learning happen in a totally different and a unique manner. Its stakes are being raised by rapid technological change. The teachers, students, and the learning process as a whole are already benefiting from technological advancements. It can assist teachers in better managing the classroom and providing various challenges to students. And furthermore, technology can facilitate communication between principals, parents, and students. And through the global network, educators share ideas, innovations across borders and adapt promising ideas in their own countries. Well, we all have been listening so far that no child left behind when it comes to education, but where IIU is with the title Igniting Minds, helping each and everyone. In that, the aftermath of COVID-19 and the racial upheaval in every country, what we all have been facing since last couple of years, I believe this is more vital than ever. Both emphasizes the need of providing families access to a high quality public education that is responsive to their needs, and that not only assures fair access, but also strives for good results too. The majority of children who have ever lived have never had the chance to reach their full potential. Even the most fundamental educational skills, such as reading, writing, were only available to a restricted group of people, the students, those who are actually seeking for it. And IIU is dedicated to providing a better and more virtuous education to all the young learners out there across the globe in order to help them build a better and brighter future. IIU as a global hub is transforming the way of education, is transforming the traditional education system by lowering the added cost and providing e-learners with access to more than 10,000 plus courses and internship throughout the world, with 195 countries and 6 continents, with over 150 offices all across the globe. United in our commitment to deliver totally free education to all the children and youth across the world. And the commitment to solving global issues, which we all have been discussing, distinguishes us in a way that few other colleges can match. We envision a world where educators, policymakers, parents, and students are actually working together, where they can learn, understand, and also, to ensure that their communities, children have foundation they need to shape a better future for themselves and all of us, for the nation, absolutely. So IIU network teachers are helping their students develop into empowered leaders whose voices and actions will inspire lasting change for them. Our unique IIU, I would say, our unique IIU experience prepares students to become well-rounded, thoughtful, and skillful professionals who make a positive difference around the world. And the courses assist students in addressing social, economic, and environmental issues that the globe faces today and in the future. We have strong relationships to our communities, both at home and around the world, which improves our learning, teaching, and research as well. So we make the unthinkable feasible by combining forward-thinking improvements with technology and modern learning approaches to ensure our students stand out from the competition throughout and through experiential learning with kind of way of presentation which IIU is actually providing to all of us. IIU draws students from all walks of life who share a shared sense of purpose and are inspired by the promise of tackling complicated problems and making a good difference in the world. So at IIU, the world has become very small. Anytime, anywhere, the world has become much smaller place when it comes to learning, when it comes to education. So hats off to IIU and hip hip hooray, being a part of this beautiful community, educators fraternity. I am mobilized. I'm happy to be a part of IIU family. So I believe those who are all here today would be very happy. So very welcome, a very, very warm welcome. Do join us and in this vision, this mission, and let's collaborate, grow together. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Over to you, Armina.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prachi, for sharing your ideas with us, for showing us how IIU unites us all in the common goal of offering the world quality education and of supporting the young learners to become the ones who will change the world. Together we can succeed. Thank you. And now I have the pleasure of inviting again on our virtual stage, Mrs. Snigdha Kadam. Mrs. Snigdha, the floor is yours once more.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Already she have given my introduction. So being the president of Academic Council, herein I would like to speak more about the academics. Knowledge is the power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family, and in entire world. IIU will help to change your life, to achieve your dreams. IIU is the unique hub of education and knowledge. Under the unique leadership of its founder, is progressing in every corner of the world. International Internship University is the first global virtual university, is providing quality, skill-based, affordable, accessible, and location-independent education to all the learners across the globe. IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, WEO, and International Accreditation Organization, IAO, and collaborated with all the world's topmost universities and educational institutions through the platform of MOOC, that is MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses, with the aim of promoting internship opportunities and research facilities to its learners. Massive Open Online Courses are online courses available for everyone to enroll. MOOCs provide an affordable, flexible way to learn new skills, advance your career, and deliver quality educational experience at scale. IIU is an amalgamation of traditional education methods and modern scientific technology. International Internship University is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional cost and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across 195 countries and 6 continents with the team of high caliber and experienced educators. IIU has achieved excellence in the world of virtual education at an affordable price. Free education for the underprivileged, reaching every child at every doorstep across the world. Our founder, Piyush Pandit sir, always has a dream that education should reach every learner across the globe and no child should be deprived of education. The mission of IIU is to let the torch of knowledge illuminate the world. Many students lack the opportunity of quality education when they opt for skill and learning-based ventures. IIU provides the perfect opportunity for those students who want to pursue their studies and want to research in the field of technology, science, social humanities, and many other subjects. We aim at providing internships along with a golden chance of completing their diploma or professional degree virtually with nominal fees and at their homes. This opportunity will allow the students to gain experience and get guidance from mentors from their respective nations. Team IIU has a well-qualified and highly experienced 1,000 plus global educators who are working selflessly to provide quality, skill-based virtual education to learners across the globe. IIU has varied certificate courses, diplomas, honorary courses designed by its global educators, whereas it has linked up with renowned institutions, colleges, to give facility to the learners to complete their graduation and post-graduation courses. IIU is collaborated with the topmost international and national corporate sectors to provide internship opportunities to the learners. This opportunity will allow the students to gain experience and get guidance from mentors from their respective nations. This is a unique opportunity for all the students who want to pursue their careers and make their future a glorious one. This opportunity will certainly make a way for highly ranked universities and leading companies that believe in meritocracy. We believe that students can avail any course degree without wasting money on transportation or any other unnecessary charges and will have a full access to the online lectures. Students can finish their graduation courses in 3 to 5 years without visiting the campus physically. IIU has made it possible for every year's learner to benefit from its credit and non-credit systems to finish their undergraduates and postgraduate degree while offering an excess of choices for them. Varied courses of IIU will be a gateway of success to their desired professions by eliminating all the possible hurdles. We open the doors for everyone at a global level who would love to avail the courses virtually and would admire those who sees their studies for various purposes. IIU is committed to developing the best of best online courses for its learners across the world in association with the best industry leaders to make virtual education better and easily accessible, enhancing the quality of education. The various departments of IIU, social sciences and humanities, arts, commerce and business studies, education, interdisciplinary and science, law, management studies, mathematical sciences, medical sciences, science, social sciences, film and television, affiliated faculties, electronics and information technology, career planning and development, counseling and special education, music, research and innovation, fine arts, open learning, computer technology, and many more. Various courses offered by IIU through Learning Management System, LMS, certificate courses, various diploma courses, honorary doctorate, SDG courses, blockchain courses, artificial intelligence courses, management courses, special education and inclusive education courses, law courses, pharmacy courses, engineering courses, film and division courses, social work courses, mass media courses, job-oriented courses, career enhancement courses. The list is endless, my dear friends. A great leader like the Indian founder Piyush Pandit is not only set out to be a leader, but he set out to make a difference. His vision is to reach all the underprivileged schools across the world, provide them with all the basic requirements along with the quality education. IIU is pledged to provide not only virtual education, but also the basic needs to 1,000 schools in India by 2022. Under the guidance of Vice Chancellor, Ms. Karina, and with the team of dedicated educators across the world, we can reach each child of the underprivileged section of the society in a short span of time. The mission of IIU is to teach one to think intensively and to think creatively. IIU is for everyone. Whatever you covet to be, whatever you crave to do, whatever you yearn to study, without any financial stress. Together we can bring a change to the society. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Smith Kankadam. We wish to thank you for your interesting and informative presentation. Like say, Big Confucius, nature was like us, education set us apart. Now, it's my pleasure to invite Mrs. Della, Director, HGR Global International Internship University, for the vote of thanks. Mrs. Della, the floor, it's yours.
Mrs. Della, you are muted.
Microphone.
Try again, please.
Good evening to all of you. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks of this historic and memorable conference. First and foremost, I extend a really hearty thanks to our most valued Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. K.L. Ganju, Guest of Honor, Mr. Sanjeev Sehgal and Kavli D. Harve, our trustee, Ms. Roshni Lal, Mrs. Anju Pandit, who split time from their busy schedule to grace the occasion. We are grateful to our founder, Piyush Pandit sir, for his word of encouragement, support, vision, and commitments. I'm thankful to our co-founder, Australia, Mr. Stephen V, and co-founder Indonesia, Ms. Mona Angia. In this series, I would like to add a new co-founder, USA, Dr. Alisa White. Congratulations, Dr. White, for your well-deserved success. Dr. Alisa joined us as Director Accreditation. She promoted as board member Iiu on January 1, 2022, and with effect from today, that is 8th January 2022, she became a co-founder USA. Thank you, Dr. Alisa White, for your tremendous illustration and description of Iiu core values, vision, mission, and councils. Big thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Ms. Karina Suzda, for her valuable contribution, instant support, and motivational word. I owe my special gratitude to board members, members of advisory board, and content head who literally worked hard to ensure that this occasion become a memorable success. Thank you, Ms. Nada Radkovic, the country director Croatia, for fabulous presentation. You really did a phenomenal work. Thank you, Mr. Yudha, the country director Indonesia, for inspiring message and elaboration, a goal of Iiu. Great gratitude to Dr. Sugdha Kadam, the President, Academic Global and Iiu Research Center India, for oath of the day and the wonderful academic presentation to explain Iiu affiliation, department, courses, faculty, gateway of success, research center, alumnus, etc. Thank you, Dr. Prachi God, the country director India, for her precious word and future prospects for Iiu. I'm immensely thankful to our moderator, Ms. Ermina, the country director Romania, and Ms. Laura, the deputy country director Romania. I appreciate for her efforts, both elegance of explanation of everything was mind-blowing. I extend my gratitude to each one of you from all around the world for being the part of this historic Iiu USA launch, beginning and journey of the Iiu and the special oath ceremony. Thank you for making this grand success, which is quite insightful. We hope we had a great learning and sharing, and see you once again in our next event, which will be coming up by 10th onwards. One is Open Your Heart by Team Iiu Romania, and another is Mentor Development Program to become a mentor role model by International Internship University. Looking forward by 10th onwards. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.